right. My name is Chris Clark. I am an associate professor in the EEOB department here at UC Riverside. And so I've been doing research on our campus for 11 years. So I'm standing right next to my wind tunnel. Basically, a wind tunnel is like a treadmill for air. So air comes out of this big opening into the lab. And then because I study how feathers make sound, we can put a feather or even a whole wing into the wind tunnel and then record it from outside of the airflow. Yeah, I call my lab the Animal Aeroacoustics Lab. And in this lab, we study how birds and other flying animals make sounds with their wings in flight. So aeroacoustics is the study of how airflow generates sound. We study that. We also study how birds make sounds when they knock their wings together. We also study how they sing. So we study a whole bunch of things about sound, not just aeroacoustics. Many birds, when they fly, they just kind of make incidental sounds with their wings. Much like when you walk down the hall, your feet make footsteps and they may not have any particular meaning to you. But those sounds get converted in two ways. One is that a lot of birds have evolved to turn incidental sounds into communication sounds. So they'll have specially shaped feathers and then make sometimes quite loud sounds with their feathers during courtship displays. So in my lab, we study bird courtship displays. Often it's a male showing off for a female, and as part of his display, he might spread his tail to make sounds with his tail feathers or flap his wings in a particular way to make accentuated sounds. The other thing that happens is that sometimes when a bird is a predator, it's trying to approach prey, and the wing sounds can be problematic. They can either alert the prey to approach the predator. So imagine an owl chasing a kangaroo rat. The kangaroo rat might hear the owl coming from the flapping of its wings. Also, when if the owl's wings are making sound, that might interfere with the owl's own hearing. So under either of those scenarios, birds try to not make sounds with their wings. So I also study quiet flight, which is to say, how does an animal fly and not make any sound in order to sneak up on its prey? What's my favorite bird? So this is an unfair question. It's kind of like asking me which of my children is my favorite. So some days Allen's hummingbirds are my favorite. Some days Costa's hummingbirds are my favorite. Some days saw-whet owls are my favorite. And some days great gray owls are my favorite. And then I have lots of other favorites too. It's not limited to just to those four.